Hello everyone, it's Patricia from TarantulaHeaven.com. We have Miss Spidey here, my G-Rosea, who was moving a little bit before, so hopefully she will become active again. Today I want to talk about humane options for disposing of spiders, or humane ways to catch a spider. And this is based on some things that I've seen online, mostly on Amazon, so I will leave a link in the description in case any of you want to gift any of these to like the spider haters in your life. I did a video recently about how important spiders and tarantulas are to our world, and especially our like ecosystem. And so after that, I was kind of thinking, okay, well, what would help people or encourage people to keep spiders alive if they are scared of them, or are not spider friendly. And so I found maybe this video will help keep more spiders alive, and also for people who are scared of spiders, make this less traumatic for them. I think if you truly are scared of spiders, you shouldn't be forced to get up close and personal with them in order to handle them or get them out of your home. You shouldn't also have to handle the responsibility of killing a creature, which I don't support anyway. And so this might be a nice happy middle between respecting animals, keeping spiders alive, doing it humanely, and making sure that you don't have a creature that you're scared of in your home. So I hope this helps. So thanks to, I guess, a lot of really amazing human inventors, I have seen all types of bug catchers on the market, and these are definitely advertised and appear to be humane devices. These are handheld bug catchers that are actually, there's a huge rod, so like you're at a distance, you don't have to get up close and personal. You can even not even be bending down and grab a spider. And they're basically going to collect the spider, hold the spider, and then long enough for you to go outside or wherever you need to go, and then release the spider without ever actually hurting the spider or hurting yourself, scaring yourself. And basically, I think that the biggest thing about this is it helps people avoid the anxiety of having to, what do I do with this spider? I think we've all been that person, or at least I know I have been, where I'll just put like a cup over a bug or something, or just have like a freak out moment and be very conflicted about what to do. I'm not so much like that anymore, as I've gotten to know tarantulas, and I think as I get older, just be more compassionate. However, there are certain bugs that I just don't think I'll ever be okay with, particularly the little centipedes. So if there's ever a centipede catcher, I would love one of those, but I don't think that the current spider catchers would really work on those because they're too fast. But anyway, so you can actually find these things now readily available on Amazon, and you can also get them in gardening stores or home improvement stores like a Home Depot or a Lowe's. So I love that you can get these in a bunch of places. I actually saw one as I was looking on Amazon that was like super cool. It was like a bug, it wasn't like a rod bug catcher, it was more of like a, you just kind of get close and you kind of trap it. But this one I actually really loved for the purpose of, it had a holding chamber that was plastic or glass. I'll put a picture. And it was so kid friendly. It was so that a child could, or an adult, whoever that's interested, could observe the bug without, the bug getting away or getting on them or hurting the animal. And so I imagine that the purpose of this tool is to contain an animal long enough so that a child could learn about the animal and then release it in a humane way. And I think that's so cool, because I think it's quite nice to have a thought of like, okay, we have caught this bug in our house, let's turn it into a learning experience and teach our kids that these are fascinating creatures, and then we will humanely put this animal outside and nobody has gotten too anxious or hurt in the process. So one thing I like about the bug catchers is that they're actually really cheap. They're less than $20, and they're generally like two different types, which I've already talked about a little bit. So one is the rod type, where you pull a little trigger, the bristles open, then they close around the spider. The bristles are soft, so it doesn't hurt the spider. And then you go outside, release it with the trigger. There's also like more trapdoor method spiders, which kind of mimic the, like let's put a jar or a cup over the spider and then take a piece of paper and slide it under and see if we can get the spider. These are kind of like that. So the hollow chamber will hold the spider in place, and then there's a retractable door that slides underneath the spider. And, if you can't get a bug catcher or don't want to, like I said, the trapdoor method works wonderfully. You put a container or glass or something, to contain the spider, and then you take a little piece of paper and just kind of slide it underneath. The spider will go on top of it, and there you go. The spider is in the glass or the container, and you can take it outside. So that's a really good method that is humane and doesn't cost you any money. If you have anybody in your life who is afraid of spiders, and also wants to be more compassionate towards animals, this would be a great gift for them, either a birthday or a Christmas gift or whatever. I promise you they'll actually be very thankful, because nobody likes to be in the scenario of like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And for those of us who do really want to be humane in our actions towards animals in the world, I personally feel quite a bit of guilt when I've killed a bug. I actually, a few days ago, I was vacuuming and there was a spider crawling on the floor, and it was a very small one, and I was like mid-motion and I wasn't even thinking, but I ended up vacuuming up the spider, and I still feel really bad about it. Yeah, I was using a super old vacuum because it was in my grandmother's house, and it was like one of those vacuums that like you can't just like take it apart and like release the dirt. So I don't know if that spider's still alive, but I really wish that I had moved more slowly and actually like been conscious enough to think about like, that's a moving speck on the ground. That means it's a spider, it's alive. It did not register until it already happened, and I wish that hadn't happened. So for those of us who feel guilt about killing creatures, these things are actually wonderful. And honestly, I might get one because while I'm not necessarily as scared of spiders as I used to be, I still don't necessarily like the idea of me going to sleep and a spider possibly crawling on me. So maybe I'll get one, and maybe I can get one that might work on those centipede thingies that I just can't ever get cool with. So anyway, guys, have a wonderful Tarantula Tuesday. Let me know what you think about these options. Let me know if you've tried any of them and if you have like a specific model that you'd recommend, because I might be in the market for one. And take care. I hope you have a wonderful Tarantula Tuesday. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.